Good evening and welcome to SFR tonight in Division 3. I am Charlie Smithy23, the main commentator. I'm joined by Energy Dan tonight.
Yo. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, it's going good. After a really good race last week, what are your thoughts going into Australia?
Oof, it's a track that some people like, some people hate. It's one of those for me where some days I'll drive well, some days I'll drive horrendous. So yeah, it's one of those tracks that can throw up a few curveballs, mate. So I'm particularly excited about tonight. Of course, it's the brand new season. It's only round 2. And Division 3 is one of those divisions where we've got a lot of drivers that are, well, not a lot of drivers, we've got some drivers that might be going up, and we're trying to see who's in the right division. Division 2, Division 1 there's a lot of people leaving. Everything all right?
I think we had this issue last week as well.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are leaving. There might be a lobby restart. Obviously, we'll keep streaming while it gets sorted out. But yeah, as I was saying, Division 3 is obviously the lower tier. There's a lot of people that are probably on the cusp of that balance. So I know we've got 2 drivers that are earmarked for going up. We'll see how this race goes. Division 2, Division 1, probably a little bit more better balanced. Slightly quicker drivers, slightly easier to judge. But again, there might be a couple of people coming down or up from those divisions. Yeah, it looks like we are going to get a restart. Let's check the hot sheets in Discord. But the amount of people leaving, it's probably going to be a lobby restart, mate. It might be that someone had crossplay on. But yeah, if you're watching the stream, stay with us. We're not going to stop streaming. It might just be that it's a new lobby. I'm going to try and check the Div 3 channel.
Yeah, of course, Australia's a weird one as well. The weather can throw up a bit of a curveball sometimes. I've noticed quite a few wet races, wet qualies around here in the past. It's a very flowing. It's one of my favourites to race on. I always loved Australia.
Yeah, I mean, I like the track, mate. I do like the track. I think it's a racer circuit. It's for me, it's quite similar to Canada. It's quite a fast circuit, a couple of technical sections, some heavy braking zones, and with that new track layout that came into effect, was it 3 seasons ago?
22, yeah.
Yeah, so you get that stupid. I don't know whether it's better or not, but you now get that heavy right braking. It's not quite a 90-degree. I think it's like a 110-degree right corner that throws you out onto that left curb before you get the last few corners in Sector 3. It's changed it a little bit. I won't say it's changed it too much. It's similar to what happened at Singapore, where they took out that slow section at the end. It's kind of changed it a little bit, but not too much. I don't know if it's for the better or the worse. I don't know what you think of that, mate. What do you think, Charlie?
I think it's gotten a lot better, in my opinion. I think it was a terrible track.
I personally
it used to
like
be.
that. Yeah, I like that new heavy braking zone before the last 4 corners. You know, it does add a different element to it.
It's so much more flowing, especially like you go through the first like kind of sector where you've got the turn 1, 2, and then you get into the hairpin of turn 3, and it turns into a nice flowing section of just corner after corner after corner. Then you've got the long sort of straight that isn't a straight at the same time into the quick left right, and it's just I really enjoy doing that in qualifying.
Right.
Qualifying low fuel is so good.
Yeah, but that section you're on about before you get to that there's like that dog leg. You're right, it is a back straight, but that dog leg that then leads to that left right. There's a lot of overtakes to be done there. It's a big DRS section, and I've found a lot of people get caught out by the battery deployment, and you got a lot of people making overtakes on that section before that difficult left right, which then leads on, of course, to the home straight section. So you can overtake there, but then are you then vulnerable down the home straight? You know, and I'm trying to think: is it a buy one get one free on that last 2 DRSs? Do you get? I'm trying to think: do you get the DRS and that back straight, and do you within second detection for the home straight?
They've they got rid of DRS down that back straight.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. It was originally a 4.
For this game?
It was originally when they came out with this track, the new layout. it was a 4 DRS zone, so we had like double dose of it through into turn 1, and then you had the short straight into turn 3. That was both DRS, and then out of turn 6 there was a detection point, and it would mean you'd get it down that big massive like dogleg straight, and then you'd have it down into the turn 13 as well. And it was just extremely, it was unfair. I don't think it was.
And forget, there's that small DRS zone. Is that the one that got rid of now?
They've got rid of you've got the I don't even know how to describe it. So you had where the changes were made. So you had the kind of hairpin thing, 10-9, 10-10. That turned into obviously the long straight, and it just kept going and going and going. That was where a DRS zone was, but I think in real life they changed it because it was too high speed coming into the left right, and then they have a DRS zone after the left right, which is still there.
Yep, I get you. So it's Doran that's. Doran had crossplay turned on. That was the issue. So yeah. So for anyone that's not in SFR watching, we do not play with crossplay enabled. We are primarily a PS league for various reasons, which I won't go into. But yeah, we are strictly a PS league for now. That may change in the future, but for now we are PS league. So when admins who are setting up the lobby have the settings with crossplay on, it creates havoc. So we have to set up our lobbies with crossplay disabled, and that's been the issue tonight. So sorry for the delay, guys. We will be setting up the lobby momentarily and back in as we speak.
Happens a lot though with the F1 game in EA, especially. They can't seem to make a game. Martin's saying the DRS zone is a double DRS. I'm pretty sure. I've looked at the track maps.
I thought it was as well. I thought the last DRS and then the home straight DRS was a double detection zone. Yeah.
I thought. I'm just going to double check this. Let me load up my Formula 1 app. That's where I usually get most.
I've got it in my head that the difficult turn 11, the left right, is part of the double DRS, that you get DRS on the home straight as well. I might be wrong.
No, so it is. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I thought it's in my head that it's that way. Yeah, it was one of the tracks that's a bog off, what I call a bog off DRS.
Yeah, I've just pulled it up now. That was so out of turn 6, the right-hander where George Russell crashed last season. That is where
the dog leg back straight, let's call it.
Yeah. So there is the DRS double there. You must have used an old track map. Double DRS according to the Formula 1 app, which I'm gonna hopefully go with that one.
Bloody hell! That's got to be the first time I've actually outstatted you with facts.
Usually I'm the one with the stats, so I'm usually my best. I usually just remember everything.
You have an off day. You have an off day. So it's fine, mate.
Yeah, been a long week. It's only Monday.
So RS Salguero, if you're listening to the stream, mate, you need to pick a car, buddy.
So it's just the one driver waiting on. He will be put into the car that he is in. Of course, is the lineup for this season. Well, we've got two drivers out of there as well.
Did the standings get done? Yeah, I think they did. Right, provisional standings. Not official, but provisional.
You can just see. Well, it's just that we just got off the race results, won't we? Because it's round 1. It's easy enough.
Yeah.
It was Dylan Vince, and he was quite dominating that race, wasn't he? Led most of it. As soon as he got past Keefs, who just hung on to a podium in P3 ahead of Dom. I say just hang on, he was about 10 seconds ahead of his teammate. But he was a second behind Halvor, who pitted near the end. Fastest lap did go to Billy G in the
no point
RB.
For that moment.
No point, yeah. But it was an interesting race. Only 2 DNFs, one of them being Hoyt and Rody in the early parts of the race, and BTL Wakey Joe, who DNF'd near the end. But it is Ferrari leading the constructors by 3 points to Williams. It will be a strong championship battle, hopefully, this season for the constructors, as both cars of both teams finished in the top 5. Halvor being the odd one out of the 2.
you know what? I was going to sit this entire season out to focus on my running, and the second I commentated on this league, I was like, I had massive FOMO. I'll be pretty much guaranteed the next 6 races I'll be reserving, because now I'm being commentating and seeing everyone race. I'm like, oh, maybe it's the wrong decision. I should be racing.
Yeah, I felt like that last season. Gave it a trial on this game, and I was like, no, I just can't. I can't stand this. So I've gone towards GTs with ACC. I've really enjoyed the GT, but I've had some okay results now and again. With it's massive grids as well, like loads, like 40, 50 cars on some of them, and it is really, really hard to try, especially when you get into those tight circuits. It's like Zolder and trying to think of Barcelona, especially. That's a horrible circuit on ACC, but when you've got 50 cars running around there, it just gets so tight, especially on lap 1. But anyway,
four drivers coming out now. Here we go. Who's the first one going to be on the out lap?
Will be the McLaren, I think, operating. No, it will be Dom, number P12 on, well, at the minute in the Williams. Hasn't set a lap, no one's setting a lap, of course. All of them will be on the softs. Again, it depends on the softs. Will it be a 2-stop race again, Dan? Do you think?
Round Australia, it's a difficult one because the hards are shocking round here, I feel. They're not shocking in terms of durability, because they do last a long time, but the lap times is what's key round here. I've got a sneaky feeling you might see a few of the fast drivers doing the 1-stop, but then a few of the, like, maybe P5 down to P10, maybe trying the 2-stop, maybe doing a medium hard medium, or even a medium soft. It just depends on tyre wear, safety cars, etc. But I do feel lap delta is going to play a massive part when it's 1-stop or 2-stop.
Yeah, again, with it being a street circuit as well, walls are close. It's wide, but it's also a street circuit, so it is tight with the walls being right off the track. And that is where you can see here with Mr. Wiggles. I mean, you can go through this fast right-hander and you can hit the gravel on the outside, spin around, and you're in the wall, and that would bring out a safety car, and it might cause you damage to the car or anything. So it's interesting to see with drivers. So Mr. Wiggles comes around the final corner, opens the DRS, and heads down the main straight in towards turn 1 and 2. The quick little right-left, and there's a lot of right-lefts and chicane kind of corners around here. It's a long left of the second one. Don't want to go too wide, you'll wander into the wall like Kevin Magnussen in 2023 with the 4 red flag race. Or is it 3?
Well, he's in the
3.
As well, Smithy. So Wiggles is already on 70% battery now. You need to save a lot of battery for that back straight coming through sector 2. He's fluctuating now on 50% battery. I personally think he needs a little bit more than that. Like, he needs to use a lot round here, but you need a little bit more to squirt out of the tight corners of sector 3. It's down at 30% battery. Do you think that's too low?
It really depends on how you want to attack the lap as well, especially with the first 2 sectors kind of being more straight oriented and like high speed corners throttled. But I think the final sector you need them to get the power down. It is interesting to see what drivers go for. It's a strategy. It's not just strategy in race in terms of the tyres. You've got to strategize your ERS deployment.
It's a long. Look, watch this last corner now from Wiggles as he spins. It's a long run to the home finish straight now. He should have had a lot more battery if he didn't spin or half spin. Sorry, commentators curse that. But yeah, that last corner to the actual finish line, it's actually quite a long way. It's about 600, 700 metres. I think you need a good level of battery to boost out of there, personally.
There's an operator going slowly in sector 3, maybe a spin. His teammate had just caught up. Night Creed going a bit off. Readouts to P6. Brass Monkeys and Alex Haig up to P2, not far behind Dom in the Mercedes, in the Williams. Speaking of the Mercedes, there goes the Mercedes to P2. John Mobes P4, 18-0 so far, and the top 3 so close. There we go, top 4 so close, with Doran setting a 17.5 now. That's 3 drivers in the 17.5s, 1 in the 17.6. So they're all within a tenth and a half.
That was a bad lap from John Mobes, I think, mate. He can be well down in the low 17s, I think. Sorry, high 17s, maybe 17.6, 17.7. So there's a few tenths from John Morgan there, I think. Brass Monkeys, I think he's got a few tenths in him as well. And Billy G, don't count out Billy G. Keith's 117,
What
nearly
a lap.
dead. Yeah, great lap from Keith's there. So yeah, he's sitting. You need to watch what. Where is he? Where's the Ferrari driver? Dylan Vince. He's down in 12th.
26.6 so far.
Yeah, so I think that's on for a P2 at the minute.
Picked up a little toe.
Sector 2 time comes out.
Picked up a little toe there, 43.9, so it's about 18 seconds, sector 2. It's just a straight sector 2. It's flat out the entire time, apart from a little lift, 4.10.6, and then to sector 3. It's one of the longest sectors.
Bit of a lock up there though.
Yeah, easy to do, especially with the curb. You don't want to take.
Last few corners, he's on for a P3 here.
You don't want to take too much curbing around here. A little lock up, you see the smoke from the car. That might just be a visual glitch. We've had that visual glitch since about F1 2017. But round the final corner, here we go. Dylan Vince to the line. He's going to set a 16.7.
Wow.
3 tenths clear.
Time there. Wow.
8 tenths clear of P3. These two are just rapid so far.
Yeah, I think that's cemented our beliefs. These two are very much Div 2.
There's Wakey Joe in the stake, not the stake, sorry, the kick. Coming round the in towards the final sector. Now he's got the little hairpin kind of corner. They've widened it, of course. They widened a lot of the track. It is a public park most of the year, about 360 days of the year it's a public park. 5 days of the year it's an F1 track, and we'll see. Now as he comes around the final corner, DRS open for the Sauber. As he comes to the line, he's going to set a 17.8 P7 for Wakey Joe. A half decent lap. Halvor behind him, going for the toe from his teammate as well. We'll see a lot of that.
Well, I'm just on board with Salguero, and he's down about a second and a half from Dylan Vince's time. But he's probably looking at about a P9 if he carries on this on through the last few corners. If you don't get traffic, he's going to get massive traffic.
And that is Dylan Vince himself. No. Dylan Vince with the traffic.
Traffic then, Salguero.
And that was Dylan Vince on his in lap, giving traffic to the Mercedes, who goes through an 18.1 P9.
P9, like I said,
yeah, possibly a P7 would have been in there, 2 tenths maybe lost.
Wasn't it? Yeah, I think you're right. P7, P6 maybe, without that traffic, but I don't think it was a penalty-worthy hindrance from the driver in front. It was just very, very unfortunate what happened.
Here comes to the line. Mitrandia, he's going for a good lap so far. There we go, P3. Still a couple tenths off of Keith's and a lot of tenths off of Dylan Vince. Nearly about 6 tenths, 7 tenths nearly off of the Ferrari, who's just absolutely rapid. Let's see if he carries that over into the race. As Halvor will be coming to the line now. DRS open for the Sauber, 14-15 seconds. It'll be about 17.3. He jumps to P3 now, ahead of Mitrandia.
Yeah, Readout's getting well off the racing line. Absolute fair play to Readouts there. He got well off the racing line over the corner to get out of the way. So absolute great racing etiquette from Readouts there. Fair play, the Haas driver.
Yeah, he'll have Night Creed coming up. I think he's maybe out of fuel. He is going very slow. Yellow flags in the sector for Night Creed.
Lewis SRFC 19 is on a hot lap, mate. He's going to set his first lap. He's coming through sector 2 now. He's way down on pole time, but maybe around a P6 if he can keep it through sector 3. If he can get this nicely done, he should be. He's down on battery though. He's not saved enough for that whole shot out the last corner. He's harvesting now, which should be all right. But if he can get that whole shot out the last corner, he might be a scrape P7 here.
Yeah, we'll see now as he comes through.
He's down. No, he's down. He's down. Massively down.
He is a bit slow at that final corner. There we go, 16, 17, maybe an 18 here. And it's a 19.9. He's ahead of Mr. Wiggles.
Up,
and that's improvement there. Smart operator with a 20.0. We'll see if they can improve in their final laps. But
I doubt it, mate. He started that lap with 50% battery, so I don't know what he's doing.
We'll see. I think maybe learning experience for some drivers as well. It's a massive, not a massive field spread, but quite a large field spread in Division 3.
Unless he's doing a double hot lap to get used to the track and then put a new set of boots on, you know. Although these are new. These are new. And I know what he's done. He's messed up with his battery deployment on his outlap. He left it on. That's what I think's happened. Smooth operator, he's on new tyres. He started the lap with 50% battery. I think he forgot to turn his battery off on his outlap.
I'm just trying to see where I can change these camera settings. Because I have messed up with camera settings once again. We'll see if I can do it through the controls.
So I've just spotted as well, Wiggles is just starting a new hot lap on 2 lap old softs, and he crossed the line on 70% battery. So I'm not sure what's going on with these drivers, whether they're forgetting to turn the battery to harvest or they're just, I don't know, but something's going on with these drivers. They keep forgetting about battery because he started that lap on 2 lap old softs and 70% battery. So yeah, not sure what's going on.
Improved 0.009 through first sector there. We'll see if because he made a mistake on his first lap through 10, I think it's 13, the hairpin kind of corner. So we'll see if the mistake there was. He's a 10th up now. He's got a 20.5. Let's see if he can improve it. Maybe not gelling with the game's handle model as well. That could be an issue.
He's not practiced and he's using these outlaps as a familiarisation. What do you think of that?
I think something I did a lot as.
Really?
Yeah. Who'd have thought? Hicks to P2. Completely missed that one. Hicks went up to P2 ahead of Keiths. Mr. Wiggles is going to come round the final corner. He's going to set a 18.1.
For a rubbish first sector and second sector, that's not a bad lap time.
Like I said, he did go off on his last lap and on old softs. We'll see if he comes in.
Yeah, I think he's using these as familiarisation laps, mate. That's what it is. I reckon you can see Wiggles put on a fresh set and probably go about 7 tenths quicker.
And we will see.
Maybe 7 maybe 4 tenths quicker.
Dylan Vince to the line. Speaking of quicker, let's see if he can go quicker. He's going to go for a 16.6. It's a 1/10 improvement for him. He's got a stake behind him on an outlap. Dorn's on a lap as well. He's 1.3 down with an invalidation. Mitrandia, 10th up through sector 1, just coming through now. Oh, flat out corners, and it's DRS open now for him. So he flies round in towards 10, 11.
That P1 all the way down to only P7 is a second from Dylan Vince. That's crazy.
Dylan Vince 4 tenths clear as well. If you just took away Dylan Vince, it'd be 5 tenths.
If you take him, Hicks and Keiths away, let's call it 17.3, and that way you've only got a second between technically P1 and P10 if you took the top 3 out of it.
Here comes Matranda. He's going to go into the top 3. He goes to P2 with a 16.8. Great lap.
Great lap, yeah, from Mitrandir.
I'm having a look who else is around on track readouts.
I just noticed Morbs has actually improved on his time. He's now in the 17, 17.7. So he's just come out for a new lap as Morbs. So I'm going to watch Morbs. You do what you want, mate. I'm going to track.
Halvor to P3. He's ahead of Keiths and Hicks now. P3 with a 17.0. Can he get in and out in time for another lap? Wakey Joe on a lap. He's down on his time through sector 2 and sector 1. We'll see if he can improve it in the final. And opens the DRS down to the line. He's going to go into the 17s again. It's a 17.3, 5/10 improvement in the final sector. If you can tidy that up, that could be a strong qualifying for him. He goes off through turn 1 on his next lap. Doran behind him on an out lap. Everyone's starting to just trickle out for the final runs now. Trendy and Halvor might not get back in time and out. It's a short turnaround. Lewis RFC in P18 at the minute. He's going to start his lap in the V-carb. He comes round through turn 4. Just nice and wide. You want to take and come straight back across, and it's just switching back on each other, switching back on yourself so often as he comes back through. He's 10th down through there. He can possibly take a bit more speed there. Let's see who else is on a lap. Readout is 1. Night Creed is another. He's just started lap though, Night Creed. Readouts is a 9/10 up on his lap time so far. This is going to put him about P5, P15. Maybe it's two places improvement. See if he can make it a better third sector onto the grass. It's something you don't want to do here. We'll see now as he comes through turn 15. You'll see on the right hand side or the left hand side as the camera switches over, the grass there easy to spin on. If you just wander a bit too far over, your car goes round and you lose a lot of positions because of it and a lot of time. DRS open for the Haas though. He comes to the line. It's going to be a 17-18 second, 1 minute 18.8, 9/10 improvement, P15 just behind his teammate. As John Mobes on a lap now, 5/10 up through sector 1. Massive improvement. Just lost the 10th there.
It is, but you know what? I've noticed a few fundamental flaws what John's doing, and I think he's going too easy on the brakes and not enough aggression on the accelerator. I think he could improve. This is probably his best lap, but I think he could improve by another 4/10. He's a bit more aggressive with braking and acceleration.
I'm watching it now. I can see where you're coming from there. As he comes through the final corner now, you want to be kind of cautious through that final corner with the wall being so close as well. Easy to just pick up a bit of damage. He's going to go into the 17-3.
Yeah. I think his brake balance is too far forward. Too far rear. He needs to put it more forward. I think that's where he's under braking. He's not getting the front turning. I think he needs a little bit more front brake balance just to get that bite on the front axle.
Hicks just jumps to P2. Not too far behind Dylan Vince now. We'll see if people do start to creep up on Dylan Vince. And there's going to be a nice little tow for Keith. He's got a McLaren in front. Does he get an overtake done in qualifying? He's backed off. He's going to go again for another lap. He's into the wall there. Doran up to P4. Into the 16s now, 16.9 for the Aston Martin. It's all getting quicker. Dylan Vince still in the pit lane. He's now coming out after seeing these times improve. Getting a bit worried, maybe a bit too cautious, thinking, oh, I've got pole here. Seeing the lap times creep up, and he's like, oh no, I need to come back in. Wiggles up 5/10 as well. Track is improving massively.
Wouldn't you think around Australia with the DRS, you'd be better being in P2? I think Hicks is in a better position.
For lap 1, depends.
I know, because by lap 2 when DRS is enabled, I reckon Hicks, if it finishes like this, I reckon Hicks is in the better position. Because it's hard being out front in Australia. Unless you can create a gap in the first few laps, I think you're done. It's not a circuit where you can keep pole easily.
Keeps the line 13 seconds down. He starts his lap now over to the left. Right quick left there as well. Straight away you've got to flick the steering wheel through one way and out the other. You've got to kind of ease it through the second corner. Heavy brake on turn 3. Hairpin, you see Mika Salo back in 2003. Oh, he's a bit slidey though on the exit. Here is Keith's through turn 5. Turn 6 ahead. The quick right left again. It's a quick right flick and then it's just a long left. Doran can't go faster than that. Keith's isn't improving so far. Hicks into the pits as well. Mitrandir on a lap. He's going to come through to the final corner now. He's just coming through the middle sector. Oh, he spins, Mitrandir. He caught it just at the very end. Dom comes to the line though as well. I'm just having a look who's up and down the field on a lap. Dylan Vince just gets a lap off. Just gets to lap to start with 5 to go. Here comes Dom. He's going to go to P9. Just a slight improvement. Jumps ahead of Billy G. Alex Haig improving 3/10. Salguero in P13 as well. Just trying to see up and down who's on a lap. Keith's is one. Halvor's another. Yeah, Halvor's invalidated.
Salguero's down on his lap, mate. Yeah.
Here comes Keith's the line, using every bit of his battery. Keith's just going to go to P2. 16.8. Wow. Just ahead of Hicks. Jumps ahead of him. Halvor is not improving.
He's down. Down 2 tenths, mate.
Alex Haig, the only one that can knock Dylan Vince off pole, apart from Dylan Vince, just on a lap himself. It's going to be Alex Haig. He's going to go to P10. Dom not on a lap either. Halvor's invalidated. Dylan Vince is slightly down in his time.
Yeah.
See if he can improve.
At all, mate, so.
Yeah, Halvor has invalidated as well. Dylan Vince is a bit on the curbs on the edge. You don't want to. If you just ride on, you can see you don't want to hit too many curbs. Yeah, he just kind of sends you a bit wayward.
He's down. Yeah, he's well below. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, that's it, mate. Qualifying done.
Dylan Vince on pole again. Second race in a row. We said last week though it would be whoever's on second will have a nice little run. down the Camel Street, but it didn't work. Dylan Vince just super off the line.
Saying that though, if you look at the times though, Keeves, Hicks, Alvor, Doran, not that far away. It's only Dylan that's really got that little edge.
And we'll see now. So Keeps
We'll
is going
see
to
in
be
the
P2.
race. Yeah, we'll see in the race. It's race pace that counts. You know, everyone's different with qualifying. You know, some people like qualifying, some will hate it. You see a lot of people that like start P12, P13, even longer, that actually end up on the podium. So it's all about race pace. That's where it counts.
I was about to
You know,
say like me.
qualifying's great.
I was about to say like me, just without the podium bit. I always like go race pace in my opinion.
Or crashing.
Actually, not that Monaco race in was it season? I think it was Jamie's first commentating. You were on with him. I think I had a quali ban. Oh no, I crashed out in qualifying on my outlap, and then I did so much of the race. Started P20 at Monaco, came back, was in the top 5,
Hey,
and it was
Charlie,
a perfect.
do you want to tell people who qualified?
If I just want to finish it, so as I was saying, it was a great showcase of everything that I have to offer. Terrible qualifying, great
Tell
race
people
pace.
where they qualified. Come on.
Yeah, sorry, there we go. So Dylan Vince is on pole, Keeps his P2. Hicks is in P3, Matrandir P4, Doran rounds off the top 5, Halvor P6, Wakey Joe P7, John Mobes in P8, Dom in P9.
But if you want to join us for Charlie's Jackanory Corner, join us next week where he can tell you all the races he didn't finish.
Majority. Too many. But yeah, it was, here we go, carrying on from Doran, it was Halvor in P6, Wakey Joe P7, John Mobes P8, Dom P9, Alex Hake P10, Billy G in P11, Mr. Wiggles P12, Salguero in P13, Brass Monkeys P14, P15 was Readout, P16 Silver Fox, P17 Night Creed, Lewis RFC in 18th, and rounding off the grid is Smith Operator in P19.
Right, let's talk strategy. If it was you starting P6, what would your strategy be around here?
It's weird, I haven't tested any strategies on the game, but...
Forget this game, just generally speaking, around Australia, what would your choice be starting in P6?
It used to be medium soft. Or soft medium. I'd always end up on the softs in the end.
That's not been the case for 3 games now, mate. Come on, be serious.
Well, I mean, either hard medium, medium soft, or something like that. I always end up on the harder compound first.
You think you'd do 2-stop, would you?
I did a 1-stop. Used to.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, what would you genuinely think to do round here tonight? Would you try the 2-stop or the 1-stop? It's
2-stop.
P6.
I'd try the 2-stop, I think.
2-stop.
Yeah, tonight I'd try the 2-stop. It's just, especially with how there will be safety cars, in my opinion. There will be a safety car.
So I personally would also favour the medium soft. It's a gamble, because if there's not a safety car, I think you're pretty screwed. I think the 1-stop medium hard is the way to go for a 1-stop. Starting on the hards, from memory, is shockingly bad round here. The tyre warm-up, even though it's a quite tight circuit, the tyre warm-up for some reason isn't great round here. It takes a good 4 or 5 laps before the hards come into play. So you've got to start on the mediums, in my opinion. And then, from memory, generally speaking, the hards aren't too bad on medium fuel. But then you do run the risk of people that are 2-stopping on the faster tyre coming through you. So yeah, it's a difficult one. It is.
As this soft, medium, soft. That could be a
What?
That could be a weird option. I think
On this game, the softs don't last that long at all. You can't do it. Honestly, mate, the softs.
Or sorry, soft, medium, even, or medium. You said medium, soft, medium, soft, medium.
Yeah, I think starting on the softs is a massive gamble. You only get 3 racing laps with heavy fuel, and they're trash. So you're going to gamble on there being an early safety car, then being able to do medium, which is brilliant. But you've got to have a safety car in the first 4 laps.
Well, we saw Wiggles. He did 4 laps on the softs, didn't he? He ended up improving at the end of those softs on the.
But look at last week. The people that started on softs or went onto softs mid strategy were shocking. They lasted, I said they'd go 3 laps, they went 2. No, sorry, I said they'd last 4 laps, they went 3. You know, I can't remember who it was it Halvor? I can't remember, but someone went on softs for their second stop. Their first stop, which was one of 2 stops, and they just fell off after 2 laps or 3 laps. So the softs on this game are absolute trash. I don't know whether it's accountable for the tyre type, the sliding scale. You get the soft, medium, hard, it's a sliding scale of C1 to C6, whatever it is. I don't know if they applied that in the game, but the softs last week in Spa did 3 laps max. I imagine round here it's worse because there's more corners, more lateral G. So I can't imagine the softs on heavy fuel lasting more than 2 laps. I think it'd be based on what we saw last week at Spa with the softs on mid-fuel. I think it'd be suicidal to start on softs or touch the softs before lap 20. You know?
Well, we can see it. Majority of them on the hards. There's Dylan Vince, Matrandia, Halvor, John Mobes, Alex Haig, Salguero, and Silver Fox. The only ones on the mediums out of the 19. Keith's just about his.
That's quite an even split there. I'm surprised at that. I'm surprised at Keiths and Hicks starting on the hards.
It's a 12-7 split.
Knowing that Dylan Vince is going to be pushing from day one, I think it's... I don't know. Come on, it's a difficult one. Over to you, mate.
Well, we see it. Just getting ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Australia. And we are green in Australia. It's a good start for Dylan Vince by the looks of it. It's a good start for Keiths as well. He's dropping well off of the hards though. He's got Hicks behind. Matrandia looking at it too. A couple cars off in the back, just managing to keep on. No crashing so far. Hicks starts P4. There is yellows at the back. It looks like a Haas. Dylan Vince still leading them away though. 6 tenths, 5 tenths so far. Dylan Vince straight off Hicks, well wide. Matrandia going round his outside into turn 4. You got the 2 stakes. There we go, into the wall. Hicks spinning on the hards. He's taking a Sauber with him. Looks like Halvor maybe damage for either of them. And they're both off. Halvor with damage, Hicks with damage. Dylan Vince already a second clear at the end of sector 1. Keeps a second clear of Matrandia and Early, as well as they all got caught up and had to break to that instant. Mr. Wiggles down in P11 fighting on the hards as well.
Just with at the start there as well, Charlie. John Mobes got a little bit late on the brakes. He just ever so slightly tapped the back of Doran. They both came out unscathed. There was no harm, no foul. But yeah, John Mobes is getting a little bit dicey on the brakes there. But he's got himself together. He's got his faculties back under wraps and he's back under racing, chasing down Doran, who's on the hard tyre. So Mobes has got about 2 laps to get this overtake done before he's got to settle into his race. Dylan Vince, 125.44 for the fastest lap of the race so far.
Looks like Keiths is just about hanging on with him though at the end. We'll see if he can get DRS. Matrandia is starting to fall a little bit through turn 1. Don pulling back in. Wakey Joe in P5 on the hards as well. Looks like the hards are all sticking in one group. John Mobes just trying to pull back in on Doran for the DRS. Down that back straight. Here we go through the middle, through the tight, more downforcey section. Keiths is a bit losing it. He's losing a little bit on the hards, but no DRS for anyone.
These guys at the front need to get a move on. You've got Dylan already over a second. Then you've got Keiths. Is over a second in front of Matrandia. Matrandia is over a second for Dom, and Dom is just slightly in the DRS. Blakey Joe is just in the DRS of Dom. They need to get a move on. I don't understand what they're playing at, but Dom's about to be the cork in the bottle. He's not performing well on these hards, and he's going to be causing some issues very soon. He's hard under braking. He can't do it. The front axle didn't really act there at all. If you look now, he's 2.3 seconds from Matrandia. Everyone else behind him is just pouncing on him. So Dom has got to get a move on, or he's going to basically lose his race.
Keiths pulling back into the DRS, by the way. Just noticed that he's dropped back out again. But I've just had a message from Martin on the chat. Hard's the better race tyre. Mediums don't last 5 laps. Well, don't. The best for 5 laps, he said. Good for 5 laps, and then the harder the better race tyre. Keeps, though, is starting to pull a bit in. He's going to lose a bit through this little downforce section. Maybe he's running a bit lower downforce. Matrandia pulled in as well. Dom 2.5 seconds behind. Wakey Joe and Doran. It's all a bottleneck in a DRS train with all these cars here.
Yeah. So you got John Moore breathing on the neck of Doran. You got Doran breathing down the neck of BTL Wakey Joe, and Dom basically just watching the lead runners just sail out into the sunset. What is going on here? BTL Wakey Joe is about to make an overtake. He's not really got the confidence to do it, but he needs to do it. He needs to do it soon.
Oh, he's gone off a little bit, and there goes Doran. He's going to take that opportunity. Up the inside goes Doran, and he's going to have to move Dunn well before the corner. Looked like Matrandia was having a look at Keefs. Keefs is well on the back of Dylan Vince through this final sector. So maybe Dylan Vince not too good through this final sector. He just gained 6/10 at least.
Just proof, Charlie. You leave your purse open around a Scouser, he's going to take it, mate. And that's what Doran did. He saw that purse open, he dived straight in there, mate.
Doran up to P5. That's the unfair stereotypes. His car's not on bricks. There's Doran. Here we go, Doran in P5. He's going to look to take P4 from Doran. Not from Doran, from Dom. Halvor with the fastest lap. He's on a charge back. Oh, under braking.
He's looking at Dom's little DRS light. His ERS light shining. He's on there quicker than a Scouser to a Dole Q, mate. Look at him. He's on it. He's on it. Look, he's going for it. He's going for it. He's all over the back of his fumes, mate. He's sucking on that gearbox. He likes them fumes. He wants them fumes.
He's not going to have to long. I don't think so. I think it would be a bit unsmart to go for it there. It's risky with the car. I'd wait until the heavy braking zone. He's going to go for it though. Up the inside goes Doran through 10-11. He's going to go side by side. Great racing from the pair of them. Dom goes off. Doran with the switchback. What a move.
What a move from the Scouse.
Here comes Wakey Joe up the inside as well. Can he one up Doran? No, he can't. John Mobe's looking for a switchback on that Sauber as well. Good move from Doran.
That was a great move by Doran. That was poetic.
And while that happened, Keefs has taken the lead from Dylan Vince.
No way.
Here comes Dylan Vince though towards turn 1. He's going to have the DRS. He's going to have a slipstream right on the back of that Williams. He's going to just hold off until that turn 3. Heavier braking zone. Maybe just a bit of a dive bomb. Catch them off guard. We'll see. Into turn 3 they go down. The short little straight they have. No, not enough for Dylan Vince.
Could this be, like Martin says, could this be the mediums just waning a little bit early on heavy fuel?
Yeah, Matrandia.
I think he could be right, you know. I think Martin's right here. The mediums aren't the best tyre at all. I think the hards. I personally went wrong. I thought the hard to be a bit horrendous for warm-up. But I think Martin's right here. I think the mediums are not the greatest race tyre to start on. As we see Dylan Vince get past Keefs again for the lead of the race, coming into that difficult turn 10, 11, 12.
And it's a double DRS as well. He's going to hope Matrandia can get past, put a little block on him. But he doesn't seem to have the pace to.
Okay, sorry to break in. Dylan, from those 2 very difficult overtake opportunities, he's already got 2 warnings. Keefs has got none, so Dylan already fighting really hard with Keefs. He's already got 2 warnings for corner cut, so Dylan needs to be very, very careful. It's only 5 laps in to a 29 lap race, so not even a 5th into this race, and he's already got 2 warnings.
With how the track is as well, here comes Dom in towards turn 1. It's a very easy track to pick up warnings. We thought Spa would be like that, but this is a for sure easy track to do it. Turn 1/2 is an easy place to pick it up. Turn 6 and 7. 10, 11, 12, and then you've just got Zoe to pick it up. Dom sliding through there. Just maybe look like he picked up one as well. Wiggles and Salguero fighting side by side. The Mercedes on the medium starting to struggle a bit. The hards coming towards Wiggles. Readout's behind as well, looking to pick up pieces in case there is a incident between the two. Looks like Wiggles is just going to chill off Dylan Vince, and Keefs still fighting for that lead. Keefs takes it back once again. Doran there up to P4 ahead of Dom. Dylan Vince picking up the penalty, like you said. Already 2 warnings, that's 6 laps in. So a 5th into the race. And he's picked up his first one, and here comes Wakey Joe up the inside having a look at Dom. trying to scare him off the road like Maxime Lewis in Hungary. Didn't seem to have it there, and they're all he's just following him around. He's done it for a couple of laps. He must be getting fed up at the back of that Williams very, very soon, but he can't seem to do much because Dom has the DRS on Doran, and then when they swap around, Doran has the DRS on Dom.
Yeah, this shaping up to be a great race. Actually, this is the medium tyre versus the hard tyre. But who's going to be that person that's a two-stop? I can't see anyone doing a two-stop other than P12 onwards. I can't see any of the mid-pack or lead-pack doing a two-stop. Can you?
No, I can't. As there's yellows in sector 3, it looks to be the V-Carb who he gets it back going again. No safety car as of yet. That would be a perfect chance for the mediums to have a safety car right now. They seem to be dying. Dylan Vince just about hanging on to Keefs with the DRS. Does help a lot around here. So he heads through 10, 11. Is it 10, 11? It used to be 11 and 12. Just going to double check my map on that one. Let's head through the final sector now. We've got Bertrand just there as well. He's had a clean, calm race so far. No really moves up the inside, anything. Just kind of chilling so far. As it's 9 and 10, there's yellow flags again. That may be Salguero. It might be Salguero. He's dropped a little bit of position there. Or was it someone else? I'm not too sure. I haven't seen anyone drop down the order. John Mobe still in P8. Alex Haig behind as well in P9.
No, he's alright. I think he's struggling now. These soft, so these mediums are starting to wane. I think the same is Readout's getting the first penalty. But Alex Haig is struggling as well on the mediums. I think Silver Fox Alva also struggling. And look at the gap of Dylan Vince obviously getting the 3-second time penalty. I think he's struggling now on these mediums. So I think that cements the opinion that Martin was right. You know, the harder the better tyre.
It's not often Martin's right.
He's not often is right. And we hate to admit it. We do hate to admit it.
But here we go. Dylan Vince he's hanging on. Those two DRS zones are really helping Dylan Vince here. I think a couple of years ago with the old circuit, he'd be well out of DRS by now. But he's hanging on with the 4 DRS zones helping him with it. He's gaining so much down the straights. That's all. Sanders, here we go. Dylan Vince down the main straight. Can he seem to get a move back on SFR Keefs? Into turn 1, 2, and then eventually it'll be 3 where he'll make his move this time. He's not close enough into turn 1. Bertrand dropping off outside of DRS. Of the two of them, he's going to fall back towards Doran now in that Aston Martin. Big lock up for Dylan Vince there. Salguero into the pits. He's the first one in. Salguero, sorry. Not Sal. Is it Sal or Sal? Salguero is the first in. P18 at the minute, hards on for him. He's got 20 laps to go.
Salguero. He sounded Mexican then, mate. Salguero.
He's the first one on to the hards, off the mediums, straight away, 8
Dylan
laps.
On Keefs.
As there is yellow flag, Silver Fox has gone round. Dylan on Keefs. He's having a look at it in towards turn 9. Can't seem to get it done through turn 9, 10, and then it'll go right down towards turn 11 now.
It's a difficult section, that it really is, but you can really put drivers under pressure, force them into a mistake, especially this, but you have to just downshift once to turn it in. You know, there you go. Dylan just nearly went wide again there. Might have even picked up a warning. Let me just check that.
As he did get the DRS, 8 tenths. He let Bertrand right back in for that one. He might have lifted off a little bit.
Yeah, Dylan didn't get a warning there, but it was close.
So yellows
on Keefs again in turn 1. No, not quite close enough. I think Dylan he's finding his pace again now, even on those worn mediums. I think he's trying to put Keefs under pressure, making him use more of his hard tyre. I think it's futile. I don't think he's back up the wrong tree, basically. Keith isn't going to be bothered about that, because Keith knows he's going to go to about lap 20, or maybe lap 18 with those hards. So Keith isn't bothered. He's going to make sure he stays behind him.
Brass Monkey's picking up a penalty.
Normal, so I don't think you're going to pressurise the likes of Keiths into a mistake.
Wakey Joe first in of the more of the leading-ish runners. Wiggles under pressure from Halvor as well now. That took me an interesting one. Dom and Billy swapping positions, and it's Dom has completely fallen off for Doran, who's in his own world really there in P4. 3 seconds to the next nearest car, 4 seconds to the car ahead. Matrandia and Dylan Vince there, and they're gonna have to be pitting soon, surely, off of those mediums. It looks like Matrandia is really starting to struggle. Wiggles pick up a penalty, and it's all starting to come off for people with penalties now.
I just looked at the lap times of Keiths and Vince, and despite Keiths being in the lead, Dylan Vince is actually setting faster lap times, believe it or not. So Vince was 2/10 quick on the last lap and a 1/10 quick on the lap before that. So I think Dylan is actually playing with his food right now. I think Dylan's got more pace in him than he makes out. I think he's using Keiths. Basically, I think he's using Keiths to pull him along and extend his medium tyre. That's what I think is happening.
Yeah, as onto the mediums goes Dom, lap 11, so he's going for the 2-stop. Clearly, hard medium is his strategy here by the looks of it. He had a 10-second penalty, so he's going to drop 10 seconds further when he eventually pits again, because he's no way making it to the end of the race. Matrandia is off of DRS, Dylan Vince just scraping for it again.
He's not even scraping, mate. He's got 57% battery, Keiths has got 37, so Dylan's harvesting and Keiths is pushing. Actually, Dylan's just made a mistake. He's made a massive mistake because Mithran has just come through into P2. So Dylan has made a massive mistake. I think he's let his tyres get too cool. Or he dropped out of DRS and wanted to use Mithran to pull him along.
And now Keiths is well clear. If I was Dylan Vince, I'd have pitted right then and there.
I'd have pitted now, actually, to be honest with you. I think Dylan thought he was smart by getting pulled along by Keiths, and he made a mistake. He's now dropped down to P3. He has got a lot of battery though. I don't know, this is speculation, but I do think Dylan was playing the mind games with Keiths. I think it's backfired on him now. If I were Dylan, I'd be getting my ass in the pits for some feel-goods.
Yeah, you've got Doran. He's just gaining 3/10 straight away. He's 1.6 behind them now. He is going to be closing well in. Dom picking up his first 3 second of the race after picking a 10-second up in the pit lane. And now Doran's just going to be trying to pull back through, but he hasn't got the DRS. He's nowhere near the slipstream. And up the inside goes Dylan Vince into turn 9. Gets the move on Matrandia. And now that is going to be interesting. He'll be pitting at the end of this lap, surely. 3 seconds back.
Well, do you know, if I was like John Mobes, Alex Haig, even Halvor, I'd be pitting now, you know. Get on the hards, have 2 laps of warming the hard tyre up, and then having a good 17 lap to the finish. I'd be wanting to put the hards on now, getting them warm and making the most of that.
He stays out, Matrandia dives in. That's an interesting decision between them there. Dylan Vince stays out, Matrandia's into the pits, nails the marks, and he'll come out onto the hards.
Medium runners to do it. I think he might be right, you know.
Alex Haig follows suit. John Mobe stays out, both Ferraris staying out. I think it might be. I think he needed to.
I think it is, you know.
Halvor in as well. You mentioned it. Halvor, Alex Haig, and John Mobes all need to do it. 2 of them have followed suit. John Mobe stays out, the only one on the mediums, along with his teammate so far.
John, what you doing? Get in. I'll be honest with you. I even messaged John and said pit lap 10. Get off the mediums early, and he's not done it. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is John's point to piss off his mentor and go, oh, I did it better. If he gets a better result than I think now, then he's really screwed me over and made me look a right dick.
We'll see this now.
I did PS message you and say get off the mediums lap 10, and he's extended more and more and more. So we'll soon see how much of a dick he wants to make me look.
As Dylan Vince now, he's dropped 5/10 this lap to Doran and 5/10 to Keiths as well. He's really starting to struggle on those mediums. He's going to dive into the end of the lap. Surely he's in. There we go. Doesn't want to let Doran get the DRS and get a bit of a a jump on it. Martin, according to according to Dan, not you Dan, other Dan, Electro Dan, Martin said he's going to win tomorrow. So that's an interesting one for Div 2. We'll see if that does come through. We'll see if Dan is chatting. As John Mobes follows suit as well on the mediums. Both Ferraris in at the same time. Onto the hards, they'll be going to the end. Wakey Joe jumps John Mobes. Dylan Vince gets jumped by Mitrandia.
Charlie, why are you reading out Electro Dan's comments?
It's Electro Dan.
He's the SFR phallus. Like, no, no. We don't like him. No. We do, Dan, we do like you, mate. We love you, mate.
He did say Martin was chatting. According to Martin, he's not said nothing. So we'll see if Martin does win.
We love the chat. We love the chat.
Yeah.
Welcome to SFR, the world of banter and racing.
Martin saying he'll beat Dan though at least, which I don't doubt. Dan won't finish. Dan.
I'll actually spank Electro Dan. Like, it's not even
30. You put 30 seconds on him at least.
Oh, at least.
At least. Yeah. Whole pit stop. Oh, Dylan Vince up the inside.
Put him in the wall.
Dylan Vince up the inside through turn 10. He followed through turn 9, the left-hander. Wiggles went a bit slower and he just stuck his nose up through turn 10. Wiggles went a bit wide. Oh, Wiggles goes round.
Right. Charlie, just put the leader on the Delta, mate, just to show people, because it's quite interesting.
There's a bit of a gap from Billy G.
There you go. It's quite interesting.
Still yet to pit though. You gotta remember that. Still yet to pit.
But look at that. That is a monumental Delta to look at. We've got John Mobes on the back of Wiggles. He's going to play fair. Oh.
Looks like Hicks going slow.
Why did John back off then?
Hicks is going slow. Safety car.
Safety car.
Who's in the wall? It was Hicks by the looks of it.
I wondered why John backed off then. I was like, why is John backing off? But yeah, it was a safety car, mate.
This, would you say it's perfect for the hards, or was it a bit worse? I've got 30.
No, Dom's screwed, mate.
I've got 30 minutes left on my trial. So we'll see if, hopefully they can get a fair shift on and this race over with. Otherwise it'll be down to a swap on stream.
Dom's screwed. No, Dom might be... Oh no, sorry, Dom might be alright here. He's got... Oh no,
in.
Sorry, no, Dom's not alright here.
So the safety car is because of the V carb, Lewis RFC. He's lost his front wing. Hicks also went spinning.
Hicks is screwed. Billy G's screwed. Doran's screwed. Keefs is screwed. I think.
Doran's in, Billy G's in. And Mitrandia is going to stay out. Will they all stay ahead of Mitrandia though? Here we go, Doran in. Need to clean stop. The number 25 is going to come out just a bit. He will come out ahead of Mitrandia. Billy G may actually come out ahead of Mitrandia. As blasting down the straight, it's going to be close between Doran and Mitrandia. He's going to come out the pit lane. And he's going to come out ahead. Doran's ahead. He's in P2. But he's on the mediums. And we'll see if he can extend that. Dylan Vince with the 3 seconds in P4.
Charlie, there's a few drivers here that might be really good. John Mobes is one. Hicks is another one. Alex Haig is in great position. Billy G's in a great position.
Dom with the 10 seconds, having to save it. Now he's going to drop even further. Hicks is off onto the mediums. Wakey Joe was an interesting one. He was on the hards. He swapped back off them for the mediums.
What? Why?
6 lap old hards for new mediums.
Just stay to the end.
But what's the IndyCar saying? Cautions breed cautions. So safety cars will breed safety cars.
Why go on mediums that you're not going to win after 12 laps? You've got literally 14 laps left. You've got people on fresh hards. I'd have stayed on the hards, mate. I'd take worn hards over worn mediums any day.
Think anyone would?
Penalty for stealing the safety car for Lewis. Oh no!
That's an unlucky moment.
He's in last place, it really matter, but...
Still unlucky. It was a chance for him to get his race back. And it's just kind of fell apart there. And now...
Do you know what?
Martin saying he's definitely still hards.
Really good. Dylan, it's going to be difficult for him with the penalty that he's got. Billy G, he's going to get pushed by Alex Haig and John Mobes towards the end, definitely.
BTL Wikicho could be a factor in affecting Mobes and Alex Haig's race. This is just okay. This race just got exciting, mate. Oh, let's go.
It will depend on when Keith decides to go. Will he go at the final corner? Will he wait until the last possible one was at the line?
If he's smart, he'll back them all up and then go about 50 metres from the line. Because you've got to remember, the line to turn 1 is only about 450 metres. It's not a lot. From the safety car line to turn 1 is about 550, maybe 600 metres. So back them up before the line and then go. Because it's probably the shortest run to turn 1 of the calendar. I'm trying to think, other than Monaco, it's the shortest run to turn 1, I believe. Go on, Mr. Stats, go on.
I'm not too sure. I know Monaco's the shortest. I don't know about the second shortest.
Obviously Monaco. Name another circuit.
Spa.
That's got a shorter.
Quite short.
Ooh, maybe.
From pole. From pole.
Yeah, maybe a contender. Okay, you might be right with Spa. Australia P2. I can't think of any other race circuit with a shorter run to turn 1. Hungary? No?
No, Hungary's quite long. Spa is one. China, kinda one-ish.
No, it's quite long. No, it's longer. 750, I think.
Bahrain's quite long. Saudi Arabia. Quite a short one.
Yeah, alright, okay, yeah, given. Right, yeah, you're right there. Yeah.
From pole to turn 1, because we're not just talking like from start line or like finish line.
No, it's safety car line.
Yeah, safety car line. Saudi Arabia might be one.
Yeah.
Canada it will be another. That's a really short.
Oh yeah,
short
Canada
run.
As well, actually. Ooh, look at you. You come with some right good ones.
I think Netherlands. Yeah. Netherlands will definitely be one. The Banken.
No,
I think it's on the Banken, isn't it?
No. Look at the pit entry and safety car line of Netherlands. It's a massively long straight. I reckon that's down in P5 or P7.
Mexico maybe one. Brazil's a long one.
It's way down.
Brazil's a long one. Abu Dhabi. That's quite a short one. 2.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a great one actually.
It's kind of more middle of the road.
Do you know what? There's
Albert
more
Park.
than I thought. You know, there's more short runs to do one than I thought. For instance, Abu Dhabi's a great one.
You know, I've just been thinking under the safety car. If you have a look on the broadcast cam of any car, well, on board with Lewis RFC, like Silver Fox for example, too late now, it's passed. If you see the cones on the inside of turn 4, I'm wondering if you could hit them.
Well, you know I hit the cones, don't you, mate?
I would love to, I'd like to try that out. We'll see if someone tries it out later on in the race, but that'll be an interesting one. As Dan's saying, I'm googling the stat, Googling stats for that one. I was. Yeah, I was on the F1 up there looking at the tracks, thinking I was more thinking of which one's a short run at the turn 1.
Do you know what, you little shithouse? I'm there going off knowledge and
I'm thinking
and a knowledge base, and you're there off F1 stats. Anyway, right, let's stop arguing. Race start. Go for it, Charlie.
Race restart. Keith's is gonna get us underway again. Here we go through turn 11, 12, 13, and then eventually 14. Where will he go? See now the pit safety cars, he's not far off, he's not backed up much. We'll see if he goes out with this final little 10-13 here, little hairpin. He's not going to go yet.
It won't. I'll go just before the line minute.
He's gone.
He's gone
out the final corner. He's got Dylan Vince right on the back of Mitrand here.
He's gone.
Here we go, there's an overtake already going on. It looks like Mobes was having a look, Wakey Joe was having a look at Mobes in towards turn 1. They're all having just one line racing so far. Wakey Joe on a penalty though. And that is unlucky. He's got his teammate behind him now looking hard, warmed up for Halvor there. He was weaving a little bit there. Dylan Vince very wide. There goes Billy G up his inside. Round the outside, it'll turn to turn 4. He gets the move done on the mediums. More grip off the start so far. But, like Martin said, 5 laps in the good. They're already 3 laps down. Depends if he's including safety car laps, I'd say. Well, we'll call it 6-7 laps before they're gone, possibly. Doran and Keith still fighting in the lead. Mitrande is already a second off of them. DRS won't be enabled until the next lap. Billy G and Dylan Vince still fighting. Dylan Vince gets the move right back past them as he uses the DRS, uses the slipstream from Mitrande in front. and he's back ahead of the V car. I'm used to saying Aston Martin from last season. Alex Haig picking up a 3 second in P6. That's going to affect his battle with John Mobes.
Yeah, Charlie. Look at John Mobes in P7. Alex Haig, penalty. P5, Billy, on mediums. He's going to get him, I'd say, by the end. Dylan Vince, P4, with a fucking penalty. Oh, sorry, swearing. I reckon John Mobes, if he keeps his head, he could be on for a podium here, mate.
Yeah, DRS enabled now, and we'll see in towards turn 1. Billy G's right on the back of Dylan Vince. He's really putting the pressure onto him, and he's just not really close enough to make a move into turn 1. Turn 1's a bit of a, well, you won't. Yeah, it's more of a turn 1 overtaking spot. Dylan Vince locking up though as well. Managed to get the car stopped in time though. He's starting to fall a little bit off of Mitrandier possibly there. He's pulled back in a bit through that little sector, maybe running a bit more downforce. Mitrandier's race to win according to Martin. He's on the hards, 1.7 seconds already off of Doran, 2 seconds off of Keefs. Billy G's having a look with the DRS though. Here comes Dylan Vince with the DRS. He's going to have a look into turn 9, gets the move done on Mitrandier with the DRS. Through 9, through 10. Billy G's going to have a look now on towards turn 11 through the little right sweep there, and he's going to have a look. He's going to pull back in. Halvor on the hards, overtaken by Hicks on the mediums. Hicks up the inside, gets the move done, squeezes him to make sure he keeps it. No move exit there. John Mobes picking up the 3 second time penalty now. That is an interesting one there.
Look at Alex Haig though, mate. He's pushing on this front group, mate. He's on the hards. 7 lap or 8 lap all hards down, mate. I'm not sure he's going to have enough to push on Billy G.
Wiggles retiring in the pits.
What?
Thought that was
Wiggles doing?
I thought that was on track there. Another lock up from Dylan Vince. Mitrandier has been overtaken by Dylan Vince. He's got Billy G to pressure him. According to Martin, it's Mitrandier's to lose. But is this more Mitrandier's? I think Mitrandier might have lost it with the overtake from Dylan Vince.
No, I still think it's Keiths and Doran's to lose. The tyres aren't going to be great, but you got to remember the DRS and ERS train is a big part in this.
Doran takes the lead.
It's not easy to take over here, or overtake here.
I'd argue with the DRS, it's quite easy, and the many hairpin kind of corners.
Yeah, but look at the circuit, mate. It's easy to defend, I think, around here.
Yeah, Doran taking the lead though, 8 to go. Keefs in P2 now, Dylan Vince P3 with the penalty. Mitrandier just starting to fall out of DRS with the V-carb, putting a lot of pressure onto him. Hicks was fast as he's battling with Wakey Joe. He's going to go round the outside of the final corner. Can he seem to get the power down? Can he get the DRS open? He's going to get the DRS on him. He's just going to fall behind. Actually, no, sorry. Wakey Joe got the DRS on Hicks there. 2 mediums working. Oh, Halvor with a slide out of the first corner.
He's lining it up on Doran, mate. He's about to come into the next DRS zone, and he's really close.
And Mitrandier's dropped off the DRS, as you said. Keefs is really close in the DRS zone. They're just going to have to they're going to have to work together. As Dylan Vince is behind them, they need to just keep the gap to him first. Make sure they
swap DRS. That's what they need to do, mate.
Oh, Billy G's coming slowly.
DRS games.
Billy G.
If they fight this, they're going to lose. If they fight it, they're going to lose.
There we go.
Together, they'll get P1, P2.
There we go. Doran concedes.
Yeah.
Doran concedes it. Billy G. Billy G just went from a possible P4 right on the back. Billy G picking up a penalty as well. Looked like, there we go, off as well. Hicks on the gravel. He's going to open himself up to that Sauber and the V-carb as well. It's going to be possibly 3 wide moment. No. Billy G having a look. Contact slight.
Here's one for you. If Keefs tries to break this gap, he's going to lose. If he works together with Doran, they will get P1 or P2 regardless of position. If they fight it together, Dylan will win.
That's true. Halvor in P10 as well. So what happens to Billy G? I'm wondering, because he was right on the back of Mitrandier, and he just kind of fell off a bit. Yeah, he went wide through turn 6, and I think that might be it. There's car off there. Lewis RFC's out of the race in P18. Doran's just lining up a move again on Keefs. He's just going to have to use that DRS with Keefs to pull each other along.
1.3 with 6 laps to go. Oh, no, it's gone
He
down
pulled in.
now. 8
Did he pull in?
now. He's in DRS. Dylan's in DRS.
He
He's
didn't
in
get
DRS.
it. He didn't get it though. He did
not?
not get it this lap, no. Doran has got it. He's going to pull out a bit.
Keefs needs to play a ball here. If Keefs defends here, he's an idiot.
See now, they're going to lose the DRS eventually down the main straight.
Well, I know, but if they don't work together here, they are absolute idiots, both of them. Keith the Yorkshire prick and Doran the Scouse knob.
What's wrong with Scouse?
Sorry for
I swear you're
language.
from Yorkshire yourself anyway, so.
I am, but I'm still going to slag him off. They
Yeah,
need to
friendly
work together.
fire.
I'm sorry.
Friendly
Look,
fire.
look how close he is now. Look how
really
close he is
close.
now. Come on. Work together, guys. Come on.
There's 6 laps to go. Lap 24 of 29. Doran just behind. He's going to have to really, they really are going to have to work together, and they've got to pull.
They're not going to though. They're going to fight.
They've got to hold in 3 seconds as well.
They're not going to fight, or they just don't understand what's going on.
They've got to hold within 3 seconds of the car if he does get ahead. That's the big one. And there's battles up and down here. John Mobes picked up a penalty while you were away as well. Alex Haig is still fighting with him for P5. No, his first one, sorry. Matrandia in P4, just all alone. He's not within 3 seconds of Dylan Vince, and he's not really anywhere near those two in the lead.
Doran needs to harvest battery big time. He's just, come on, just use Keefs, save battery.
I think that's what he should have been doing. He should have been harvesting while he was behind with the DRS.
Long time ago, mate. Long time ago.
Harvesting while he's behind, keep charging it up, and then eventually use it as soon as he gets there. As soon as Dylan Vince gets
Well,
there,
I think
use it
if
then.
you look at the tyre life of the front 3, 8 lap mediums, 10 lap hards, that's about the crossover point, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's been the crossover point for about 3 laps for Dylan Vince, or that might just be his pure pace. Through turn 1 and 2, they go Doran a little wide. He doesn't want to pick up a penalty right now.
Doran got a better line there, I think, mate. He went deeper but faster. That's the thing. He did go deeper, but he went faster.
He went deeper, but he also went off the track.
Now.
Yeah, Keefs is starting to slow down. Maybe trying to keep him in this DRS.
Yep. Maybe he's starting to work with him then. Here we go. Maybe, is it Melissa, Keith's partner? Maybe she's saying what we're saying.
Yeah.
Because if he's
Here comes
listening,
Dylan Vince,
he's doing
though.
the right thing. He's keeping
Through
Doran in the
turn 9, he's
DRS.
going to go around the outside, and he's going to have to move to him well before.
Too late. Too late. Too
According to
late.
Martin, Doran's the only one without assists, and he's the one
What's
he's
that?
rooting for. Martin is rooting for Doran, only one without assists.
I'm rooting for Doran. I love Doran a bit, mate, but
Oh, so do I, up the toffees. Dylan Vince is just there. Here we go, Keefs is now going to have to defend with the DRS. Just behind him. And now this is just going to be... I don't even know how to describe this move that's
don't
going to
use
be.
your battery, Doran. No, just DRS. Don't use your battery. Save it. Oh, God,
he
what's he doing?
He's starting to drop
What's
off.
he doing?
I think it keeps his on his own race now. He needs to just kind of hang on. 4 to go.
He's going to get overtaken by Dylan very soon.
It'll be turn 9. Keefs' favourite hunting grounds is John Mobes is off. Matrandia is off and in the wall. John Mobes has... John Mobes went a little bit wide by the looks of it. Hicks is now within the DRS. Matrandia is in the wall and facing backwards, overtaken by Dom, and Matrandia had the race in his hands according to Martin. And now he's might not even have points. You know, he might not even have a top 10 in his hands. At the end.
John's off. Oh.
It's all starting to kick off down the back. Here comes Hicks round the outside of John Mobes on the hards. And he has the move done before turn 9. John Mobes
careful,
fighting
John.
back though. Is he going to go for it around the outside? No, he's going to hang out until turn 11. Must be doing a double switchback as through 9 and 10 they go. DRS open for the Ferrari.
Save your battery,
Doesn't
John. Save your battery.
have enough for it. Dylan Vince is not really taking much out of Keefs. He's actually lost time there. He's out of the DRS. Here's Dylan Vince. He managed to pick it up just just managed to pick it up at the very end of last lap. He made a mistake somewhere. That's not at all what he needed to do.
Charlie, all Doran needs to do now is save battery and stay behind Dylan. And on the last lap, overtake him. That's all it is. At this point in the race, 2 laps from the end, just stay behind him, save battery, let him pull you along, and the last lap, or even the second to last lap, overtake him and sail off into the sunset.
Well, we'll see what does eventually happen. There's only 3 to go. Counting down the laps, 27 of 29.
Martin, let's ask mine. Martin, what would you do, mate? And lap 27 of a lap 29 race, would you just sit behind Dylan, save your battery, and then go up and overtake a lap and a half from the end? Let's see what he says on the comments.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Dan has said he'd bin it. Dan's saying he'd bin it. Not Dan would bin it. He's saying Martin would bin it, which is interesting. Did Dan not DNF? Martin's saying he'd put Keefs in the wall. Martin's not the biggest fan of Keefs. If you've heard the party chats,
Martin,
they're really not fans. Stop being a smithy. As Dylan Vince starting to pull back in again, and it's going to be so close. He's going to go for it into turn 1. He's going to have to move contact between the two through turn 1, turn 2. Here we go. Keefs is just hanging on so desperately. Doran's having a look around the outside in towards turn 3. No.
That was a bit tight, mate. That's
very tight contact between the two.
Or what?
Rubbing is racing.
I don't know, mate. That was difficult. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it. I only saw it from Doran's point of view. That was.
Martin saying he'd sit behind.
That was a bit tight, mate.
There is DRS for Keefs, though. He's just going to hang on to it. And we'll see. This is for the lead now. There's only a lap to go. He's going to have to pull out 2 seconds in a lap. Martin saying he'd sit behind and wait for Keefs and Dylan to fight and capitalise. Well,
yeah,
he did.
Agree.
And
this is what I've been saying. I'd do the same. If I was Doran, I'd watch these two amalgamate.
This is going to come
Dylan's
down.
Got a penalty, so.
Yeah, this is going to come down right to the last.
If Doran's got P1 or P2, it's whether he wants it or not.
Yeah, it does depend on that. I'll put the leader gap up now as we can see what Doran will be at the end of the race. Keefs wants it on track. He's hanging on to Dylan Vince just about. Doran just a slight bit off there. Dylan Vince went a bit wide. Dylan Vince is going to lose the lead on the final lap of the race. Into turn 1. Keefs takes it straight back from him.
Keefs has gone through.
And Keefs is through.
Whip it. You might not be able to see it, but just out front, there's a bit of a Yorkshire whippet that Keefs is chasing.
Thing is though, Doran will have the DRS for the 2 straights into 9 and 10 and into 11. Does he get the move back on Doran? Does he get the move back on Keefs?
I mean, let's face it, he's got P2 no matter what. He's whether he wants P1. Does he want it?
Who doesn't want P1?
Does the Scouser want it, mate? Does he want it?
He probably does. Here we go. Dylan Vince. He's going to have to get the move done. Possibly hold up Doran. Not hold up Doran, hold up Keefs. Maybe hoping Doran can get him, because I think it'll be Keefs versus Dylan Vince for the title if none of them are moved up or down. And here we go. 2 through to turn 11. Toffee's not used to face the cordons down, but the red one in. Ferrari is going to go for turn 11. He's going to go round the outside. His Keefs just about fighting each other clean, and Dylan Vince just doesn't have enough. Doran is just going to come home in P2. Keefs is going to round the final corner at Australia, and he will take the race win. SFR Keefs wins in the Williams in Australia. Dylan Vince will come home in P3. Doran will come home P2. Dylan Vince P3. Alex Hagen P4. Hicks will come home in P5. John Mobes P6. Halvor P7. Billy G P8. Wakey Joe in P9. As he crosses the line, there we go. P9 for Wakey Joe. It'll be Dom crossing line in P7. Matrandia will get that position though. And it'll be Dom P11. Brass Monkeys P12. P13 for Oria Glass. Feisty Buffet. I think I'd describe that as cross line comes readouts in P14. And it'll be the 2 McLarens coming across the line. Nate Creed will come home P15. And Smoth Operator in P16.
I'm surprised at Matrandia, mate. He had a great bout of pace
in the early stages and then just dropped off. So a bit surprising what happened here. But John Gnomes in P6, I think that was a great result for him. Hicks also showed
Here we go, the
great
McLaren's
pace in the early
going.
stages.
The McLaren's making a side-by-side finish. That was actually quite good to see.
It was a great finish, that, mate. I think that was a great race.
Brilliant ending. And it worked for Keith's, those mediums. Just.
Surprised at that. I'm surprised at that.
Surprised Dylan Vince didn't. I mean, looking at it now, if you were Dylan Vince, would you pit?
Nope. I'd have done what he did. Honestly. I think he... Off the cuff, I think he did the right thing. It was the wrong thing, but off the cuff, it was the right thing. Yeah. You have to try it sometimes. But yeah, I actually think that was a great race by Division 3. Absolutely amazing. I don't think there was any or many incidents. I can't remember a significant incident there, so props to the Division 3 drivers.
Clean race.
Yeah, pretty good race. But I think top 3, really good. I can't fault them at all. Look at Keith with a full sweep. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you got race winner, cleanest driver, and fastest lap as well. So
Yeah,
play.
that's exactly what I wanted to see. So, who was your driver of the day then?
Do you know what? It pains me to say it, but I think Keith's.
Personally, Doran. That's completely unbiased. P5 to P2.
Nah, screw that Scouser. Nah. No. Doran did really well. I'm actually really proud of Doran. We all know I like Doran, but I do think Keith did a great race there, mate. Even without the penalty of Dylan,
He'd have won.
he got it. So you've got to give him credit there, mate. You know, he finished first. So yeah, fair play to Keith. In my opinion, Keith's got that one. Mine won't agree, but
Alex Haig, P4 from P10 is well. That's another shout for driver. There was a couple shouts. There, Doran was one. Keith's was another. I have 5 minutes left on my trial, so I'm gonna have to wrap this one up. As it's a great end to that one. And
do you want to do podium interviews? But if you've only got 5 minutes, then we haven't got time.
yeah, not much time for me. And anyway, that'll be it for tonight. Division 2 tomorrow at Australia, Division 1 on Wednesday in Australia as well. Next week, I'm not too sure where we are. I don't really have access to the calendar. I haven't seen the calendar this season. But I'm sure it'll be a great race anyway with Division 3. But for now, for me, unless I manage to scam my way into a game, I'll be...
Great comms, mate.
Yeah, glad to have you on as well.
Thank you so much for doing it for us. Really appreciate it, mate. I enjoyed it. I'm sure these people watching back enjoyed it. But yeah, as always, mate, always a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for joining me. And thank you for watching as well. Like I said, Facebook, Instagram, and any social media platform we will be on.
Div 2.
Tomorrow for Div 2, next week for Div 3, Wednesday for Div 1. And for that'll be it from me for now. And we will see you next week, hopefully.
See you later, guys.